Praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who were well, Shalom to those elect. Now, I just see this on DMX. DMX ODs and in grave condition. Now, I like DMX. I'm not gonna lie. You know, as a big brother, he's as one of the big brothers. What's his name? Yahweh the West Coast is now his name. And Durham Branch. You know, there's certain Jakes you root for them. You know, and he always seems honest, even though, you know, Jake is a bit of a demon. But you know, when you look past that, you like Jake. You know what I mean? Jake is funny, man. Jake is a soul of earth. So whenever you're around Jake, you always, even though you know they're moving like demons and they're behaving like demons, you still feel this kind of brotherly pull towards them. You know, you don't want to see your own people hurt. You know, you don't want to see your own people die. By the end of the day, you don't follow the laws. It's what happens. And at the end of the day, he was behaving like a demon. You know, it is what it is. It says here, I think it's from Academics, he's a commentator on hip hop culture. That's him. His chubby face right there, little demon. Story via TMS Tammuz, which is I think it's Vlad TV runs that. Anyway, DMX suffered a drug overdose, which is crack. He suffered a crack overdose. Yeah, or cocaine overdose. Why they say drug like it was some over the counter stuff? DMX suffered a drug overdose Friday night and is currently in a hospital, and the prognosis is not good. Sources close to the rapper tell Tammuz the OD occurred at his home around 11 p.m. Our sources say the overdose triggered a heart attack. DMX was rushed to a hospital in White Plains, New York, and is in the critical care unit. We're told he has some brain activity. Another source says he's in a vegetative state, and doctors have cautioned he may not make it. Now, you know, this is the year of hastening the Lord, but you can see, you know, as much as we're hastening, you know, the Lord is he's doing his rounds this year. These celebrities are getting it left, right, and center, and this also goes into, you know, the little blood contracts that they've made. You know, at the end of the day, these elites are gonna try and use their energy to try and keep the Lord at bay, which is just pointless. You know, so that more and more of them are gonna drop, because at the end of the day, these elites, they're losing their power, and they think sacrificing Jake is gonna bring their power back, and it's not. You know, this place is finished. You just read through the comments. No way the dog will pull through, and they're saying he's in a vegetative state, and the likelihood of him pulling through, you know, while being in a vegetative state is very unlikely, man. You see Jake and his bugged out self. May Allah guide him and aid him. One of the realists. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and act like I hate DMX. You know, at the end of the day, he's a Jake, but he's also a demon, and it is what it is. But he should be lucky, you know, because it says here in Ecclesiasticus 30:17, death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. And if anyone, you know, follows DMX, you know he's been battling drug addiction for years, you know. So hey, I'm gonna start 14. Ecclesiasticus 30:14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution. So you're better off being poor than being rich like DMX and being a crackhead, than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. So he's afflicted in his body, not only his body but in his mind, because he's addicted. So you know he's just got a whole bunch of demons on his spirit. His mind's gone, and that's gonna affect his body. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Now, if you're addicted and you can't help it, and you're a crackhead, you're not gonna have joy of heart, because you're not gonna feel like a man. Because at the end of the day, you're addicted to something. That's not manly, man. That's not girding up your loins as a man. You know, you're weak. You have to go and smoke this crack. You know, I drink wine every now and again, but I don't have to. There's days where I'll have a wine bottle there and I won't even touch it. I might even open a wine, sip a little bit, and not even go. Go and sip the rest. This guy, if he gets a crack rock, he's gonna smoke all of that in that in that night. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. Delicates poured upon a mouth, shut up are as messes of meat set upon a grave. So if you put meat upon a grave, ain't no one gonna eat it. It's a waste. Just like delicates poured upon a mouth, you know, which is closed, is a waste. What good doeth the offering unto an idol? And Jake love offering unto these idols. They love mammon and they love sacrificing unto Jesus and all these other idols, and it's pointless. It's not going to help them in these days. For neither can it eat nor smell, so is he that is persecuted of the Lord. And the Lord is putting all these plagues on them. But at the end of the day, it's kind of a mercy onto him. It could be way worse, because he might have a heart attack, died. He could have suffered, but he went into a little coma, and he might die in his coma. It's better to die in your sleep than to you know die kicking and screaming, man. He seeth with his eyes and groaneth as a eunuch that embraceth a virgin and sigheth. So if you ain't got no peace, you ain't got no dick, they cut off your dick, and you hug a virgin, you gonna want to pop her, but you ain't got the stones for it. It's just gonna depress you. So this is Jake, man. Jake has all this money, but he can't really do nothing with it. It's not making him free. This is why he's a crackhead, man, because he's really depressed. Because he probably knows he's an Israelite, man. All those celebrities know. He's probably afflicted in the mind in such a manner, All these things don't really mean nothing to him. And if you listen to him talk, he knows what's going on, man. Them people know what's going on. 2 Kings 22:18. I'm going to start at 15. And she said unto him, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, tell the man that sent you to me, Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon this place, and upon the inhabitants thereof, even all the words of the book which the king of Judah have read, because they have forsaken me, and have burnt incense unto other gods, that they might provoke me to anger with all the works of their hand. Therefore my wrath shall be kindled against this place, and shall not be quenched. But to the king of Judah, which sent you to inquire of the Lord, thus shall ye say to him, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, as touching the words which thou hast heard, because thine heart was tender, and thou hast humbled thyself before the Lord, when thou heardest what I spake against this place, and against the inhabitants thereof, that they should become a desolation and a curse, and hast rent thy clothes and wept before me. I also have heard thee, saith the Lord. Behold, therefore I will gather thee unto thy fathers, and thou shalt be gathered into thy grave in peace, and thine eyes shall not see all the evil which I will bring upon this place. And they brought the king word again. And this is what the Lord sometimes does. He'll give you mercy by death. And when the Lord says he's going to do something, he's going to do something, because this is a story of one of the kings of Israel, and the Lord said he was going to destroy his house. It didn't fall on him because he repented, he wept, and he fasted, but it fell on his children. So the Lord's going to do all that he wishes. He's going to do all his pleasure, And DMX probably got a bit of a touch by dying now, rather than you going through what's coming up next, because you can just see this place. This place is due for the spit roast, man. Ecclesiastes 7:18. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So we read the scriptures. We're patient in the spirit. We're waiting. These people are proud in the spirit, man. They think this place is gonna get better. We're waiting for it to get worse. We're patiently waiting for Hamashiach to come back. And we're just gonna, we're gonna pray. We're gonna send up curses upon this place, while these people are proud and hope that this place, regenerates or come back, and it's not. So yeah, that's pretty much it. DMX done out here, and everyone said, "Oh, I hope he pulls through. He been through hell his whole life." Ain't no joke. We need to start looking after our mental health. once that falls, the human body just crumbles. And it's crack, you know. He loves crack. We all know that X been on crack for a minute, man. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. All praise to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule well. Shalom to the elect.